Good evening. You are tuned to KGVM Bozeman, Gallatin Valley Community Radio, 95.9 FM and online at kgvm.org. It's time now for the local musician spotlight. We would like to thank our sponsor for the spotlight, Bozeman Arts Live. They're a platform for creatives in the Gallatin Valley, providing production support, digital and audio, video and audio production, and a platform for local creatives. They are art for the art's sake, keeping it live and alive here in the Gallatin Valley. You can find out more at bozemanarts-live.com, and you can follow them on all their social media channels. So thanks, Bozeman Arts Live, and now we're ready to roll with Tom Kirwan.
Whiskey and worry, heartbreaks and tears, empty tomorrows, empty years. Now that it's over, now that it's done, now that she's leaving, I'm too scared to run, was looking for something I know not yet what. Wanted some freedom, now what have I got? Whiskey and worry, heartbreaks and tears, empty tomorrows, emptier years. 10,000 insults, catalogs. Oh, I stand like an old tree. Nobody knows the wind is a blowing. I'm shivering and cold, mouthful of my teeth, feeling damned old. Whiskey and worry, heartbreaks and tears, empty tomorrows, emptier years.
That was a nice song.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in tonight, Tom. It's good to see you here in the Logan Production Studios. It's
a nice place down in here, kind of warm and cozy, and
It is.
We've known Pat for a little while, so it's nice to see where he's hanging out these days.
That's right. Yeah, his secret bunker here.
Yeah, it is kind of a bunker, isn't
it is. Yeah, it is a good place to hang out and listen to music for sure. I get to do this every week, and man, pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So I was wondering, how long have you been playing music?
Well, my brother tells a story about when we were little kids. He's 2 or 3 years older than me, and my sister was in the Sound of Music, and they needed little kids to be the Von Trapp children. So I guess that's kind of where singing in front of someone started. But my mom taught me to yodel and to sing, and when I was 10, I saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. So I told my mom I had to have a guitar, and I don't know if you remember what S&H green stamps are, but she saved up an S&H green stamps to buy me a little guitar, and so that's where it started.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. The Sound of Music and the Beatles, kicking off for your music journey. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and I kind of like all music, so worked out good.
Yeah, cool. And how long have you been playing around here?
Well, I played. First time I played in a bar was like 1972 at the little bar on Jackrabbit Lane there. What's the name of it in Belgrade? And a friend of mine's uncle ran the bar, so just a few of us high school kids, we played a Johnny Cash song. And, then got out of school, started raising children, and put the guitar down basically just to play for my family. And then my middle son, when he was 18 or 20 years old, asked me to sing at his wedding. So I had to have some accompaniment, so I picked up the guitar again, and pretty soon I'm at the Hofbräu at open mic, and so that's been he's been married for 18 years, maybe 16, something like that. I don't remember, but so yeah,
a few nights strumming the guitar at the Hof, huh?
Yeah, I did that, and I think that's where I met Pat, and ended up with some fairly good gigs around the valley, and I've played around southwestern Montana pretty much, but
yeah,
it's kind of fun for an old guy to get out and do it a little bit.
Yeah. How have you been working up and playing around some now?
Yeah, I basically, when the pandemic hit, I didn't go anywhere. I went to work, I wore my mask, but it just, one of my gigs was to get to the gig, you had to ride in a snow coach with 15 people in this tiny little thing. I thought, man, I can't do that gig. And it hurt me a little bit on the long run because I lost a bunch of those gigs when things kind of settled down. But so wineries, breweries, distilleries, and a few bars here and there.
Yeah, it's it was hard, and then it was really hard, and then it was confusingly hard, and I think maybe that's where it's at now. It's like I don't think anybody really knows exactly what to make of anything or what they should do or where things are at. It's like, well, I don't know.
Who do you believe, right?
Yeah. But it's I'm glad that people are starting to venture out and play music a little more, and I'm sure that's got to be a little tough kind of after you've got things built up and kind of built some relationships and stuff, and then have to kind of reboot that after this. I'm sure that's not the easiest thing.
I've left emails and stuff and no response at a bunch of them. So.
Yeah.
But, it'll come around.
Yeah, I think things are starting to thaw out, I think.
Yeah.
Who knows? But, we were kind of geeking out before the show about the guitars and nice Martin, and then that Gibson sitting back there waiting us the backup. That's an all right dilemma to have, whether to pick up the Martin or the Gibson.
I know, and the Gibson. I was born and raised in Bozeman, so was that guitar. So we kind of fit pretty good together, and I wanted to try a Martin, and playability is really great with this guitar. So
yeah.
I'm leaning on a little harder than I was, but
yeah, boy, it sounds great.
Yeah, the sound in here, to me, sounds really good.
Yeah, Pat's got the bunker pretty well tuned up, I'd say.
Yep.
Well, cool. I wonder if you want to play a couple more songs.
Sure. This is a song basically about growing up in Bozeman. So you guys that know all the ins and outs of Bozeman probably recognize some stuff here. I grew up in a little town, never made it very far. Back before the internet, you'd cruise Maine in your first car. Drive around looking for someone to get the beer we couldn't buy. Tom T was on the radio remembering the year Clayton Delaney died. Pickup trucks with 4 speeds, man, we thought that was cool. The girl you were pining for was too good to be true. My world upside down when my dad, too young to leave us when he died. All alone in the dark, Hank Williams and I would cry. My hair still on my collar, my caution to the wind. I didn't count my blessings, oh Father, I have sinned. It's a bite of cheaper whiskey becomes less bitter, it would seem, when it's blended with old memories and my shit kickers and jeans. When working for my dollar, 'cause at the college try I failed. Would've done me no good to piss and moan and wail. My nose was on the grindstone, my dreams hung on the fence. When Livingston still had a whole house and gas was 36 cents. Yeah, I grew up in a little town, it's different now I guess. Box stores and Subarus, and traffic, it's a mess. We no longer host a big rodeo, many things have passed away. But old cowpokes and other such folks still dine at the Western Cafe. Hair still on my collar, my caution to the wind. I didn't count my blessings, oh Father, I have sinned. It's a bite of cheaper whiskey becomes less bitter, it would seem, when it's blended with old memories and my shit kickers and jeans. Well, it's true, I've grown old here. There's reasons I never left. Bridger mountains and cutthroat trout and meadow larks, I guess. I remember the time Main Street nearly died, a common small town refrain. 'Cause nobody cared about their western wear, but that yellow horse remained.
There's some good memories woven through there.
You bet, thank you.
Thank God we still have the Western Cafe.
And that old yellow horse still going, man. All right, this is a song that I started writing quite a few years ago, and my wife heard me in the background, and And I thought I was writing a song about technology and the way things have changed. And she said, "No, that you're writing a love song. You better, figure that out." And so, lucky it was the very beginning of the song, so it turned out to be a love song. Like the weather in Montana, wait an hour and it will change. The things we've grown to count on, I constantly rearrange. Like a rock that rolled down river, its edges are rough and ragged too. By the time it finds its place, it's round and nearly smooth. Oh, the path we thought we'd taken has taken turns around some bends, but we've stayed between the shore and always gone straight again. Rock the roll down river, its edges are rough and ragged too. The time it finds its place, it's round and nearly smooth. Our love's kept us going, sometimes going way too fast. One glimpse to see our reflection, and so much time has passed. Like a rock that rolled down river, its edges are rough and ragged too. The time it finds its place, it's round and nearly smooth. Sometimes we're stuck in shallow, sometimes we're in too deep. Our love is like the water, shaping us to what we'll be. Like a rock that rolled down river, its edges are rough and ragged too. The time it finds its place, it's round and nearly smooth. Like a rock that rolled down river, like a rock that rolled down river.
Good your wife didn't come in several hours after you got started and you'd have to retrack all the way to get there.
I know. But it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, and I like to give her a little credit on the song as
There
well.
you go.
So.
I like the imagery of love being like the water shaping you. I like
Yeah.
that.
You know, when you go up the Gallatin or whatever and you see along the shore or on the side, kind of some are pretty steep. The rocks are all square and sharp, and the ones that are in the water are nice, round, nice, smooth things. So
Just
I don't know.
comfortable,
Yeah,
fit together
they kind
well.
of fit in there, and
Yeah.
it takes a lot more to get them to move now.
Yeah, exactly. They get settled in.
Yep. I got to make sure I get the right harmonica. That's part of it, and the other part is not getting your fingers stuck in here. Well, I have to tell another story on my wife. She got into the habit of picking up guys along the hitchhikers, basically, and tried to warn her about it. But she always came up with these stories and stuff. So I came up with a song about it. After midnight in Montana, with a cold December wind, I was getting on the highway after playing a little gig. He was walking down the on-ramp with a pack and heavy coat. I was thinking about some old tunes and some songs I never wrote. So I pulled up right beside him and I offered him a ride. His breath was hard like whiskey as he smiled and got inside. I said, brother, what's your story? You're out traveling in this storm. He said, I wander just to wander, and this old coat will keep me warm. Don't know where I'm going, but I do know where I've been. I've seen the lights of cities and I've tasted all their sin. Well, we traveled in the darkness, this old guy and me. He told me stories about the world and the places I'll never see, of the women that he loved. Some he promised he'd return, but his true love was the road, and for it his heart did yearn. Oh, the things he lost, the things he found, the things he'll not get back. He said in life he didn't need much just to fit it in that old pack. I said, brother, what's your story? You're out traveling in this storm. He said, I wander just to wander, and this old coat will keep me warm. Don't know where I'm going, but I do know where I've been. I've seen the lights of cities and I've tasted all their sin. Well, he thanked me for my trouble. I offered him the tips I made that night. He said, nah, man, you keep 'em. I'm sure I'll be alright. And sometimes late at night, while driving home after a show, I'll wonder how he's doing in that night so long ago. I said, brother, what's your story? You're out traveling in this storm. He said, I wander just to wander, and this old coat will keep me warm. Don't know where I'm going, but I do know where I've been. I've seen the lights of cities and I've tasted all their sin.
That's a good story song.
Thank you.
If you're just tuning in, you're tuned to KGVM Bozeman, and this is the Local Musician Spotlight. We'd like to thank Bozeman Arts Live for their sponsorship. And as always, we'd like to thank Loken Productions for doing all of the things, for the space, the sound, the video. If you're listening on the radio, this is also being live streamed on YouTube, the video of it. So you can go and watch it there. And you can go anytime and watch any of the old episodes too. I would strongly encourage you, while you're there, to click on the subscribe button. You'll get notified when Pat posts new videos, and there are just a huge number of great videos of mostly local bands and musicians on there. So I've been informed, I have it on good authority, that there's plenty of bonus karma points if you subscribe to the Loken Productions YouTube channel. So
Nice.
yeah, and thanks Tom Kirwan for coming in and playing songs for us.
You bet. I enjoy it.
I was wondering, when you're writing songs, do the words come first? Do melodies come first?
Well, I usually have been picking some kind of a melody that I don't know where it's going to go and what's going to happen to it. But a lot of times I have an idea first, which is, I know, different from a lot of songwriters. Somebody will come up with a song name or the first line or a hook or whatever. But it seems like this particular next song, I was working on rhymes one day. In my old job, I was sitting at my desk and nobody was around, and I was working on rhymes, and I got 4 rhymes basically in a paragraph using the same rhyme with different words. And so I thought, wow. And I ended up with this long list, and it wasn't that hard to move them around and have a song out of it. So that one was kind of unusual. I try to read as much as possible. When I was young, I didn't read at all, so I try to read as much as I can and get ideas sometimes from there as well.
Yeah.
But I have no set way of doing it, and I can't seem to say I'm going to go sit down and write a song or something. With me, it just doesn't work. I have to have some inspiration or something from somewhere.
Just kind of wait, and when it happens, you make sure you grab the guitar and some paper and get it recorded.
And as I've gotten older, I'm getting close to 70 already, and so I'm a little shaky, and I'll try to write down the lyrics, and then the next day I might not be able to read them, so I now have to go grab the computer and start typing them out, so and make it a little bit easier. But when you're doing it with a pencil like I did in the old days, you could just scratch that out and start again. So
Yeah.
there's advantages and disadvantages, I guess, to it.
Have you ever? I'm not sure I've ever heard of people writing songs like starting with the harmonica.
I definitely wrote a few songs with the harmonica in mind, and the kind of the first lick that I was doing at the beginning of the show was one of those things. I found this, harmonica kind of melody and started playing the guitar with it.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been something that had no words. I mean, I liked the way it sounded and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some words showed up.
Yeah.
And fit themselves into it.
Yep, I guess that's how it happened. I don't know.
Cool.
Well, this next song is, like I say, it's got a lot of rhymes in it. It's kind of a little bit repetitive, but it's kind of a family favorite of when we're out camping or whatever. And its title is Hook-Jawed Fishes. It was one of those times my wife was sitting there. I was kicked back and in my easy chair. She was talking and rambling and going on. Didn't pay attention, I didn't know there's something wrong. Took a second look, and she was talking to me. I've been there before, and I didn't want to be. I knew it was coming, it was a question all men hate. I gotta come up with something, I gotta get my story straight. Honey, what are you thinking about? Well, nothing, ain't nothing she hadn't heard before. That was the wrong answer 100 times before. So maybe tell the truth was my only way out. So I said, hook-jawed fishes, diamond hitches, old sons of bitches with holes in their britches, mossy hornbucks and old pickup trucks, half-ass luck and ponies that'll buck. What? I said full boat mains, night crawlers when it rains, people that complain for wheeling rough terrain. The boys' uniform, babies when they're born, eating fresh sweet corn, waiting out a nasty storm. 'Cause nothing, ain't nothing she hadn't heard before. That was the wrong answer 100 times before. So maybe tell the truth was my only way out. I said hook-jawed fishes, diamond hitches, old sons of bitches and holes in their britches, mossy hornbucks and old pickup trucks, half-ass luck and ponies that'll buck. What? I said full boat mains, night crawlers when it rains, people that complain for wheeling rough terrain. The boys' uniform, babies when they're born, eating fresh sweet corn, waiting out a nasty storm. From now on, that's my answer if it should ever come up again. Oh, you know it will. It's just a matter of when. Honey, what are you thinking about? I say hook-jawed fishes, diamond hitches, old sons of bitches and holes in their britches, mossy hornbucks and old pickup trucks, a half-ass luck and pony saddle buck. What? I said full boat mains, night crawlers when it rains, people that complain but wheeling rough terrain. The boys' uniform, babies when they're born, eating fresh sweet corn. Wait now, the nasty storm.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember that when I get that question, see if it works for me too.
Yeah, it only took me 20 years of getting asked that to come up with the answer. Because truly, before that, there was nothing going on up there. It was just nothing. And I like the line, nothing is nothing you hadn't heard before. So.
Yeah, I like that a lot too.
Well, here's my second whiskey song. When I was a young man just getting into the working world, I knew a guy 10, 15 years older than me, and he loved Jim Beam, and it cost him everything, man. But long time later, I came up with this song. Just another yesterday, just another dream, just another lonely night, me and old Jim Beam. Just another broken heart, just another tear, just another sleepless night, wishing you were here. Wishing you were here. I can feel it next to me, I know it isn't true. You taste, you smell, you touch, I'm going crazy without you. When you left a hole I'll never fill. They say that time heals all the time, just standing still. Just another yesterday, just another dream, just another lonely night, me and old Jim Beam. Just another broken heart, just another tear, just another sleepless night, wishing you were here. Oh, I'm wishing you were here. A house, this guitar, and your pictures, they make me blue. I'm staring at this empty glass, still crying over you. I thought we'd always be as one, but one is all I am. This whiskey and old memories, they can't heal this broken man. Just another yesterday, just another dream, just another lonely night, me and old Jim Beam.
Jim Beam has been the downfall of more than a couple people, that's for sure.
I'm sure. He's just one I happen to know.
Yeah.
So, when the whole pandemic started, I actually got into a car with a guy that I was wearing my mask, but he wasn't, and he had COVID. And so I had to stay home for 2 weeks then. This was early on.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd already read pretty much everything that interests me in the house, and so my wife got online and started buying Ivan Doig books, pretty well-known Montana author. And I read all those, and then I found his second memoir, which is where this song came from. It's basically about his mother. Take it to Montana, the mountain air might clear her lungs. Survive this damp Wisconsin, chances are nearly none. So under canvas in the crazy mountain, her mother kept her near to the Smith River Valley, where her breathing seemed to clear. Well, her folks worked for the Ringlings. They ran a cull herd of old milk cows. No stanchions or equipment, they snubbed and milked each and every cow. With a rope and each other, they milked each and every cow. Well, this life, it was not easy. Her asthma saw to that. Yet she grew into a young lady, a good hand, as a matter of fact. Well, at a country dance she met Charlie. He was a bronc riding man. Her mother did not care for him. He came from a rangy clan. She may have been slight in stature, had skin like a porcelain doll, but Charlie, he really loved her. He rode 20 miles when he came to call. Well, soon they had a young son. She gave him her love of books. He read about the World War, the big guns, and the lives they took. It came to him easy. He read way above his age. Long winters in Montana, they spent rolling page to page. Late at night, it might hit her, and the three of them would go down Deep Creek Canyon to the doctors through the snow. In a few days, she'd feel better and start breathing on her own. She dreamt of a life together and a place to call her own. That night on Hatfield Mountain, the boy was nearly 6. The meadows were full of sweet grass, plenty of water in the creeks. The ocean of wool numbered 2202. At night she'd draw a ragged breath, but one must do what one must do. Well, on the side of that mountain, the north end of the Bridger Range, they stayed in the herder's cabin, hoping their luck would change. Tucked into his bedroll, a boy read himself to sleep. Helped miles from Hatfield Mountain, Charlie cursed them goddamn sheep. The boy somehow slept through it, and Charlie, he did his best. That night it all went quiet, no more rattling in her chest. The boy had lost his mother the morning he turned 6 years old. One day he'd become a writer, and his name was Ivan Doyle.
Nice. I grew up in Depuyer and went to high school in Valier, and I think my mom went to high school with Ivan. So
Yeah, that was in the first memoir, how he got up there, and interesting books, really.
Yeah, really well written.
Yeah, well written, yeah. So hopefully his family doesn't mind that I borrowed that from him a little bit.
I don't think they probably would. It sounded great.
Thank you. So how are we doing here?
We've got about 15 minutes left.
Okay, so try to decide what key I want this in, huh? This is a song about my folks. My mom was born in Roundup, Montana at a little homestead. Her dad was a coal miner. My dad was from Deer Lodge. His dad was a railroad man. So he became a railroad man as well. Sad part of this story is when I was 15 years old and a freshman in high school, one morning my dad passed away. Luckily, my mom lived until a month ago. She was 98 years old. So here's a little story about that morning. Well, my old man sipped hot coffee from a saucer. I've been told that he once was quite a boxer. My mom stood by the stove, still wearing her house coat. Life goes around where it stops, nobody knows. Well, at a dance in Lewistown, he first saw her. He was 13 years older than my mother. A railroad man like his father. She was a coal miner's daughter. Life goes around where it stops, nobody knows. And the clicking of the track, 3 days he'd be back, setting his watch to Greenwich Mean Time. Well, she bought their first car for $15, but their little post-war house was getting smaller. Now with 7 kids and the world the way it is, life goes around where it stops, nobody knows. he got up one morning, was feeling restless. Got a workout in and then he stopped for breakfast. He said the day had finally come. He'd be working the valley run. Life goes around where it stops, nobody knows. And the clicking of the tracks, and each evening he'd be back, setting his watch at Greenwich Mean Time. Well, my old man sipped on coffee from a saucer. I've been told that he once was quite a boxer. And my mom was by the stove, still wearing her house coat. Life goes around where it stops, nobody knows. Life goes around when it stops, nobody knows.
It's a good remembrance.
Yes.
That's nice.
Thank you. Well, we might as well get back to the harmonica once more, right?
There you go. Yeah. You hauled them all the way down here. You might as well make sure you work them out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm obviously not a terrific harmonica player, but it's kind of fun, so. Well, after whiskey songs and songs about my parents, and we might as well have a murder song as well.
There you go. And the night's just not the night without a murder song.
Successful scheme. You knew that I wanted you as simple as it seemed. It wasn't our first go, nor was it our first rodeo. I had held you after dawn, I'd sang to you sweet love songs. When I saw you there in the midnight air, an unspoken promise tortured me, was more than I could bear. He was standing there, ran his fingers through your hair. You glanced at me, I saw you smile, he really didn't care. The whisper of a breeze, the moaning of the trees. Oh, an old dog howled from down the hill, a nighthawk song so clear and shrill. Explosions in my head, have you all be dead? Oh, love and rage collide, that night is bleeding, wouldn't make it right. He began to run, I shot him with my 41. His mother he would see no more, he lay there and he moved no more. to you and stare. Your beauty is beyond compare. Oh my God, what have you done? You'll spend your days left on the run. What was I to do? All my faith I put in you. Your hand held out. You took a gun. You shot me with my 41. Whisper of a breeze, the moaning of the trees. Oh, an old dog howled from down the hill, a nighthawk's song so clear and shrill. Coyotes will surely spread my bones, sun bleached white and all alone. You left me there upon that hill. You left me there, I am there still.
A powerful reminder that what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I wonder, do you have any of your music recorded?
Very little. You guys probably know Preston White. He had a little studio called Boxwood Studio, and Dean Wakerlin and myself and Preston, we did 4 songs. And I've got them on a CD, but I haven't done anything with it. I don't know what really to do with it. It's Dean's an amazing drummer, as you know, and Preston, he played the piano, lead guitar, bass guitar. It was an incredible thing for me to go through. It's been quite a few years now, but yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, everything that I have, if you wanted to see it, would be online somehow. Deals like this is a good way to see my music. So.
Yeah. And if people were wanting to see if you are playing out, is there a place that they can go to find out what your schedule is?
Just basically listen to KGLT and see where I'm playing next door. I should get organized someday and do that so that, I try to play places like Red Tractor Pizza and the Hofbrauch on a kind of a regular basis, semi-regular basis. And like I say, I need to get out and beat it a little bit more and see what I can come up with. But
rekindle some of those other places.
Exactly.
I was glad to see Red Tractor starting to do music again. And
I actually the first year, what was it, of the pandemic was was 20, right?
Yeah.
And I played there on September 3rd or something like that, a Monday night, and I was outside.
Oh, yeah.
So that was basically one of the only times I played. I think I might have played at Pine Creek Sunday Brunch a month before that, but that was it for the whole year. And so that wasn't so good, and I kind of got really lazy, actually. But and then the next year I played at a couple different places, and this year starting around Christmas time, last Christmas, I've gotten a little busier and see what I could come up with. But it's always fun. I always enjoy doing it. Last 2 gigs at the Hofbrauch was just totally insanity. I don't know.
It's been a little hopping down there, I think, lately. Everybody's getting a little cabin fever, and not just from the winter. And I think it's coming bubbling up all over the place. Well, you have been tuned to the KGVM Local Musician Spotlight. We've been in the studio with Tom Kirwan and Logan Production Studio. You can find the video of this on YouTube. We'll play the show again on Sunday night at 6 o'clock. If you know anybody who missed it and wants to catch it again, they can do it then, or they can go to the YouTube channel and watch it anytime. So a couple of options there. want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank Tom very much for coming down.
Thank you.
And I hope everybody has a great night. Stay tuned. We've got Forest Selection, and then I'll be back for Nocturnal Transmissions.
Thanks, man.